you.
Test, 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 test. Testing 2468. Testing 13579. The odd numbers are always harder to say. 2468 just easy to remember.
Substituted alive. What time is it? 8:30. 8:30. What? It said it on the 8:30. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure. I think it might be 8:30. Yeah, but I don't know. Yeah, I mean, yeah. It's alright, it happens. After this first period, I plan on changing my NHC. So, if I disappear for a little bit, I'll come back. I'll be at the point next time. Sea captain. Yeah,
This is all up.
yep. I put ours up there, so. I wish the home guys on the left side. It would be more, it'd be better. So. Because, I don't know, I played it better that way. Personally. But, yeah. It's nice that Ontario has the last one to go back to this. I understand why it doesn't, but no, it doesn't. It's so usable. But sometimes it can be doing it, but I wish I could just see.
Oh my! And good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another edition, another episode, another affair here for the Norwich Hockey Club. As the boys are out on the ice here at the Rose Garden, the Norwich Hockey Club home today, playing host to the Ontario Hockey Academy. Welcome, 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 ladies and gentlemen. I am your host, Scotty Bonner, along here with my cameraman, producer, director, and color man here today, Mr. Preston Fort. And we are live from the Rose Garden in Norwich, Connecticut, as it's Rose Garden Day here at the arena. All four teams, all four organizations that represent the Rose Garden are player at the Rose Garden. The Seahawks, now NHC, the Norwich Hockey Club. Our Sea Captains are be playing next here on home ice, and then the Eagles, our public school, high school co-op team, playing tonight. The main event at 8:30 here tonight. So all four organizations that call the Rose Garden home on home ice here today. I'm not sure if that's happened before in history. So if it has, well, then we were not aware of it. It's happening today. So welcome to Rose Garden Day, ladies and gentlemen. Our second game here of the afternoon, and it features the Norwich Hockey Club playing host to the Ontario Hockey Academy. You see Norwich going through their warm-ups in their beautiful home white sweaters with the red shoulders, gray and white trim across the shoulders, gray numbers with red trim, red and gray stripes along the bottoms and down by the elbows, red sleeves from the elbow down, red pants, white socks with gray and red trim. And we'll see who's going to be getting the start here today for Norwich, if it's going to be number 1, Oliver Lee, or number 29, in between the pipes, Connor Mears, here for Norwich here today. And down at the other end, the Ontario Hockey Academy, wearing their maroon sweaters, the OHA across the chest in, I would say, New Orleans Saints bronze, and maroon helmets with gold numbers, white trim, the white nameplate with maroon lettering, so nice and easy to see there. Some stripes, a little bit of gold and white stripes along the bottom of the elbows, maroon shorts with the striping, and maroon socks with gold and white stripes. We'll see who's going to get the start in between the pipes for Ontario here today. If it's going to be number 32, Nicholas Soroy, or number 35, Ocean League. So thank you so much for joining us. We play 17-minute stanzas here. Icing and offsides are in effect. There is no delayed offsides. Oh, I apologize. No, there is delayed offsides for this one. I got the update. There is delayed offside. I'm sorry. When they played the other night versus the Chiefs, there was no delayed offside. So I apologize. There is delayed offsides. If you're shorthanded and you ice the puck, it is not shorthanded. And if it's tied at the end of regulation, there will be a sudden death or perhaps sudden life overtime, depending upon who you're rooting for and who you got money on FanDuel. So this should be a good one. Two good organizations. Ontario played earlier this morning down at South Kent. They lost a tough one, 6-5 in overtime. They were up 5-1. I was chatting with one of the coaches over by the concession stand before the game. So we'll see if fatigue is a factor here. If I'm Norwich, I'm getting the puck in deep. I'm forechecking it. I'm hitting everybody in sight, knowing that Ontario played earlier this morning. All right, so that's going to do it for warm-ups. I hope you're limbered up at home. I hope you're ready to go. Hope you got your sarsaparilla poured high. I hope you got your sandwich ready to go. Got the extra horsey sauce on there. This is one of 3 games at home this weekend for Norwich. They got 2 tomorrow, another one versus the Ontario Hockey Club, and then tomorrow again, they will host South Kent in the afternoon affair at about 4:30. All right, so a big one here today between Norwich and the Ontario Hockey Academy. I want to thank you so much for joining us. We're going to turn things over to the PA announcer as he tells everybody to be nice to each other in the arena. All right, so everybody's going to be nice to one another. Now we'll have the starting lineups for both teams. Starting with Ontario. Stenlin Fleetum, a junior, number 93. Diego Testa.
Starting at left wing, number 80,
Nick Arbor, number 80.
Number 5,
Milan Bizet Casco. Capso.
Alexandre
Lapense. And then it is Ocean Lee starting in between the pipes for Ontario here today. Elliot Baines, number 22, getting the start at center ice.
21,
Donovan Burke, number 21, getting the start on wing.
Number 34, Connor Dempsey.
Number 34, Connor Dempsey getting the start.
On defense, number 43, Christopher Williams.
Number 43, Christopher Williams getting the start on D. Jack Pazzalia, number 71, getting the start on D.
31,
Oliver Lee, so both goaltenders named Lee, Ocean and Oliver. Oh, Lee. All right, well, less chance of me misidentifying a goaltender today. That's good news. All right, national anthems. We'll be back with the start. All right, ladies and gentlemen. All the singing is out of the way. All the rules are out of the way. All the warm-ups are out of the way. All the domesticated stuff is out of the way. Preston, it's the best time of day, young man. It's game time. What do you think we're going to see here today? Two good teams.
I'm definitely thinking we're definitely absolutely going to see some good hard hockey here. These boys are really strong, really good, hard on their skates, and are really quick. So definitely good, fast-paced hockey for sure.
Yeah, these two have gotten together before, earlier in the season, back together at it again here. And like I said, Ontario played this morning, so we'll see if that becomes a factor. A long bus ride up from Kent up to here, and now they're out on the ice. About ready to give it their all. All right, Norwich Hockey Club skating from your left to your right. Ontario skating from your right to your left, unless, of course, you're watching from Australia. And as far as I know, it should be the other way around. All right, Baines leaning in to take the draw against Freedom. Dempsey on right wing. Burke on left wing. The ref drops the puck, and we are underway from the Rose Garden. Norwich Hockey Club quickly getting it in deep does Pizzalia. That's what you want to do early and often. Get it in deep and make it very difficult for them to come out of their own zone. Chasing it down now is Williams. Williams backpedaling in his own zone off the boards to Pizzalia. Pizzalia chased behind the net. There by Fung. Sent it back hard the other way now. Dempsey on it there. Dempsey will send it up for Vanes. Vanes trying to step around. Good job there taking the body by Bees Coxo. Bodies collide there along the boards. Pizzalia roughed up a bit, but right back up and good to go. And on the forecheck there was Dempsey. Pizzalia forcing it along. As Burke is in the neighborhood. Comes out now for Morrison. Morrison will let it run. Quick shot from the point. Just wide there. As the defense will change. There's a big chance in front there. Sliding over was Lee. A point-blank save there. As the puck came loose in front. Now comes the Morrison letting the shot go. That buzzes the tower. Pinching in now is Frazier. Frazier, number 89 in your scorecard. Let it run. Picked up now by number 90. Nicholas Turnelius Bell. TB. As like to be called around these parts. Which, of course, makes me think of Taco Bell. Fortunately, it does a drive-through. Right on the way home. That shot wide. That one went off the mask of Lee. So an opportunity there for Ontario. As it's played now, Laycock will slide it over to his defense partner, and Ontario looking to gain the blue line. They do. Norwich in possession tried to send it out. Doesn't get out on the first attempt, nor on the second attempt. It's kept in at the blue line. Kept in a third time at the blue line, retreating to get it there. It was Lotion. Lotion keeping the puck in. Hard along. Chipped out the center around Jordan Laycock. Laycock wearing number 44, Reggie Jackson's old number. That one sent up right on the tape now. Elkin steps around the check there, but nice job to take the body by Jacob De Carafel. That goes behind the net on the stick of Frazier. Frazier turning away from traffic, dropping it off. Into the corner it goes now. Norwich looking to break it out. Norwich having trouble coming out of their own zone here in the early going. Kept in again by Ontario at the blue line as they keep it in yet again. Norwich had a tough home loss early in the week to the Chiefs. They had a little bit of trouble coming out of their zone in that affair as well. So we'll see if they can improve on that as Croteau chases it down right to Lee. Lefon Champagne with a little bit of snow there for Lee. Well, a good start, a good pace as we expected, Preston. Two good teams. A couple of opportunities, both goaltenders, and a couple of big stops early.
Absolutely, both teams are playing amazing here.
Quickly now, Ontario through the neutral zone. Aguilera lost his footing. Aguilera's still trying to gain his footing. Now he does. Look at sharpening up the skates between the stanzas there for Richie. It happens. These young lads lose an edge quite easily. Fine Champagne will send it in behind the net. In on the forecheck. Nice play there. Croteau let it. Stepping up there was Aguilera to keep the puck in and got a chunk of the body. Backpedaling, taken away now at the blue line. Walking in with it, looking to pull the trigger. Never got the shot away. There was Omi. Sent ahead now, trying to reach for it. De Carafel turning by the old Zamboni door. Left it off for the Font Champagne. Font Champagne behind the net, digging, mucking. He had that penalty shot goal against the Chiefs earlier in the week. And turning on it now, still protecting the puck, circling the wagons there. That's Cote Tardif. That came out in front dangerously right on the stick of Lalonde, and Lalonde will take it out to center ice. Turned over, and Ontario court changing. Here comes Aguilera now down the right wing, trying to hit the trailer. Off the stick there, Coty Tardif, and sent back for Archibald. Archibald number 11. Big, strong, physical centerman. Forward out there for Coach Sheehan, picked up by Aguilera. That's dumped in. Chasing it quickly now is Vanes. Vanes first on in the corner. Vanes plays the body. Bart bracing himself nicely there was Testa as he saw Vanes coming in. And Testa shook off the hit. Back to the blue line. Letting the shot go. There was Williams. A flipper saved by Lee. Williams got a nice shot away from the blue line. Archibald sending it right through the crease and all the way down. 12:40 left to go here in the opening stanza. Still a scoreless affair as Dempsey comes around with it over for Williams. Williams down the right wing protecting the puck. He knifes it up, and Wong will give chase for Archibald. He flies the pressure there along with Dempsey. Dempsey knocking it down in the corner as Burke will force it behind the net. Aponce got it out to center ice and chased down now. Number 22 on your scorecard, Elliot Vanes. Vanes getting the Jets going down the left wing. Vanes ran out of real estate there. Lost the puck in the neutral zone. Vanes will go back to get it, lifting the stick and coming away with it. Now back the other way, Nelson. Nelson at the dot, lets the shot go. Getting a chunk of it was Lee. Ends up for Elkin as he keeps it in for Ontario. Digging, mucking, doing their homework behind the net, trying to get to it, Vanes. Over to help out is Fazzalia. Digging it loose is Vanes. Vanes got Lafon Champagne down the right wing. No, excuse me, that's Dempsey. Down the right wing, broke loose, but never got the puck. Quickly now, Burke. Burke through the neutral zone. Burke stepping to the outside. Burke like a bull in a china closet, just putting his head down, keeping the legs turning. The legs feed the wolf, as the great Herb Brooks once said. Today, the anniversary of the miracle game against the Soviets. Back in the day, I can remember I was, I think, 6 years old at the time. Behind the net now, trying to get it back out in front, letting the shot go from a tough angle. That just missed. Back to the blue line. Quick shot there. Ends up and out of play. Good, quick, hard shot there by number 90, Nicholas Tornadius Bell. Yeah, the Miracle on Ice game. How many years ago was that now? It's got to be 45 years ago now, right? That's the math. 25 minus 80 is 45. 25 minus 1980 is 45. Anyway, it was on tape delay press. It wasn't even on live in the United States. It was on that night. Could you believe it? It was not even on live. I remember watching in the basement. Nobody knew the score because we didn't have, the internet. A variety of different ways of communicating that we have now. The Mets would play out on the West Coast, and we wouldn't find out if they won until the afternoon Newsday paper came out. When the Daily News came out in the morning, it wouldn't have the Mets score. It would say night game. Because they wouldn't start till 10 o'clock out there, and you just didn't know the score of how they did against the Dodgers. You can imagine that insanity, but that was reality, and we certainly didn't know any better. I assure you of that. But I can remember we had our house on Long Island. We had a basement, a pretty low ceiling. And when Eruzione scored that goal, I remember my dad, who was 6'2", jumped up out of his chair, jumped up. He has a chance now down low and hit his head really hard on the ceiling in celebration for Eruzione's goal. I remember that like it was yesterday. I think I was 6. Sent back in. The Chiefs carrying it back out, but blown whistle dead. Boy, blown dead. And that was where I started to fall in love with hockey, and then I was very fortunate that my dad had season tickets for the Islanders in 82, 83, 84, 85. They had them for 4 or 5 years. And I happened to be at the Islanders' last game against the Oilers when they swept the Oilers in 1983. I was 10 years old. And ever since then, that's been it for me. I'm absolutely addicted to our beloved sport, which was really, really tremendously on display these past couple of weeks at the Four Nations tournament. Congratulations to Canada. Big win. I was devastated. I was crying. I was sad. I'm not going to lie. Just a tremendous tournament. Hey, you win some, you lose some. You got to tip your hat, shake your hands. Great job. I really want to thank all the boys that played on both teams, on all 4 teams, for the effort that they gave for all of us to enjoy. Here's a chance now. Over the blue line, a 3-on-1 developing at the dot, sliding it across as Croteau is getting to the cooker. And that just failed to clip. Back the other way now. Here comes Ontario through the neutral zone, over the blue line, trying to step to the inside. Nice play there by Karen to get a chunk of his man going by. That's turned over at the blue line. Ontario with it there, letting the shot go. Just missed on the waffle side of the league. Again, Norwich. There we go. Now they're out of the zone cleanly. Croteau stepping to the outside. Croteau down the right wing. Lost his footing. In the corner, we'll move it around. Found Champagne. Over on it there to keep it in. He avoids the hit. He's coming over was Nicholas Arbor. Great Islander name right there. He's related to the great Al Arbor. Radar. Greatest coach in history of the game, in this broadcaster's humble opinion. 19 straight playoff series wins. That says a lot. Quickly now deflected, and away comes Norwich now with speed. Down the left wing they go. Carrying the puck in is Harrell. Harrell gets the shot away. Always like this young lad, Harrell. Whenever he's out there, he's making things happen. Very deceptively fast player, number 92. You see him there. In on the forecheck, laying the lumber. That's kept in at the blue line. Pizzalia. Pizzalia send it down low. Pour that. And Ontario come away with it. Got it out. Oh, they had a man down the left wing there. Testa had gotten behind the D for a brief moment there, but I don't think they saw him. Up ahead, off the stick. Here, Cote Tardif. That's knocked down Pizzalia. Pizzalia wheeling and dealing. Pizzalia walking in, pulls the trigger. Big stop by Lee, getting to his own rebound. That just missed as Pizzalia came zipping through and then lays the lumber to his man on the back check. Send Nelson's stick flying. Pizzalia very busy out there. A tremendous shift. Now he heads for a much-deserved breather. Quickly now, here comes Norwich. Back the other way. Cote Tardif wheeling and dealing. Looking to navigate the waters. Sends it hard around by the old Zamboni door. Norwich will pinch. Sacrificing, taking the hit to keep it in. There's Norwich along the boards now, trying to come away with it. They do. Does Elkin or Ontario. Into the neutral zone where Dempsey stepped up there. Sent the head. Here comes Burke. Burke down the left wing. Burke at the dot, drops it. Dempsey walks up, pulls the trigger. Lee got the flipper on that. Back to the blue line, kept in. That one steered right on goal. Lee makes the save. Lee looking behind, and the rebound gets pushed just wide. Then away comes Ontario now, back the other way. He survived that rush there, dumped in on Lee as Frazier looked to get a chunk of his man. Oh, under 7 minutes left to go. Boy, Preston, I'll tell you, all of a sudden, it looked like they were starting a little slow, both of these teams, but that certainly changed on those last couple of shifts.
Yeah, definitely both teams have picked up the pace some more. Are both looking to move quickly down, up and down the ice, try and find as much space as possible.
Face-off one by Ontario. That went off the shin and out to center. Dempsey doing a little bit of the injured flamingo dance there for a moment as he shook it off. Sent all the way down. I don't think it's icing. It's not icing. Clearly the refs want to get to happy hour. The old Saturday afternoon, not an icing call. On around. Dempsey. You can't blame the official for that. I used to officiate on the weekends. You had to really take somebody's head off or be egregiously icing the puck. We didn't like whistles on the weekends. We had places to be. Especially the last game on a Saturday night. I got to get to the gin mill. A lot of things were let go when I was officiating back in the day. Along the boards and sent up. That's why I always like 5-on-5. And Ontario will retreat into their own zone. Vanes in on the forecheck, causing havoc. Causing the turnover now. Norwich gain possession. I didn't see that guy behind your head there, Preston, in the corner. I was like, oh, that's not a turnover. Knocked down Aguilera. Aguilera over the blue line. Now they definitely have possession. Aguilera saucering it down low. That one went right through the crease. Came back to the blue line. Nice job there on the back check to lift the stick by Morrison. And Norwich at the blue line. Little bit of trouble with it. Stepping to the outside of the dot. Pulling the trigger. A big hit there. Aguilera laid the lumber into him. Getting the shot away and shooken up on the play. Or shaken up, I suppose, is Omi. Here comes Ontario now with speed through the neutral zone. Getting a chunk of him. That's going to be a penalty. And, oh, I hope he's all right. Letting the quick shot go. Lee. I didn't see who it was for Ontario. He was coming through full speed and did go leg on leg. I hope he's right back up. Thank God. Pensy. He's shaking his legs a little bit, but he seems to be all right. So Aguilera is going to be in the sin bin. We'll see if it's a major. Tripping is the call. I didn't think it was a major. Just very happy to see Alexandre Lepensi right back up and seems to be all right. We love good hard checks here on the Solu Broadcasting Network, but we always want to see the boys and girls on all the organizations. Pop right back up, not even going to the bench. So good to see that he's all right. Shakes it off, and power play now for Ontario. On it, Frazier. Frazier hard around. Came to the blue line, but kept in at the blue line. Morrison on the penalty kill. Back to the blue line. Walking the line now, Lepenzi. Lepenzi will slide it over. He'll crisscross with his D partner. Sending it down low. That's picked off. Nice play by Pizzalia. Pizzalia read that one like a fine piece of literature, and he'll send it in for Morrison. 4:45 left to go in the period. Morrison with a minute and a half left to go on the man advantage for Ontario. That one went right through the goal mouth. And in on it down low there. Doge. Doge got it in front. Trying to hold on with the waffle. Pulled aside by Morrison. And Coxo didn't like that very much. A little bit of pushing and shoving after the whistle. A couple of short-handed opportunities for Norwich. I always like my penalty killers to be aggressive. Preston, you play a lot on the penalty kill. Do you like playing aggressive or laying back, being in the box? What do you prefer?
I personally am we always run two guys back, one guy high, and then one guy on the puck. I'm usually the guy that's attacking the puck, just skating with them, applying as much pressure as possible so I can try and get them to cough up the puck and hold it down low.
Yeah, I like making them make the first pass. If they do, they do. And when they did there, it's deflected in. Testa will give chase on it now. Williams behind the net. Williams run into there as he's met behind the net. Good to see both boys spring right back up. As puck went behind the net. Collision there. He has a chance now. Williams getting a measure of revenge as he sends Fleetman flying. Here they come now back the other way. Short-handed, pulling the trigger. Lee with the glove save. And a big collision after the play there as LaFont Champagne got together with one of the Ontario players, and he's still down behind the net. It was De Carafel, got the shot away. A nice stop by Lee. One of the Ontario players slow to get up behind the net. Now back to his feet. This has been a rough one thus far. Boy, I'll tell you, both of these teams really flying out there.
Yeah, definitely. And that's what's causing a lot of these hard collisions like that is just you fly, and sometimes you don't recognize where you're out on the ice, or you do, but you don't recognize the people in front of you, or your left or your right, and you end up colliding with them.
Sometimes you just got to be lined up and know you're going to get hit. You just got to play the puck and hope your equipment holds up. Yeah, mom and dad quickly checking their dental policies at home. Off the boards now. Working with it, De Carafel. Carafel got to the blue line, turns wheels, lets the shot go. That went off beat Coxo. Ontario, with 30 seconds left to go on their power play, will regroup behind their own net. First pass right on the stick, but a nice job there. Hey, De Carafel to draw her loose. Got LaFont Champagne, sauces it in front there. LaFont Champagne was cutting to the cooker. Coming away with it now is Testa. Testa through the neutral zone, over the blue line. Testa, poke checked away. Right on the stick of Nelson. Nelson will slide it. Back to the blue line, little bit of room, walking up, pulling the trigger. Lee makes the save, and Lee, with the reverse snow angle, covers up down on his bum. A nice save through traffic there as Milan Gize Caxo got the shot away. Nice stop there by the netminder Oliver Lee. Through a lot of traffic. So the penalty's over. We're back to 5-on-5 hockey here. Right, just over 3 minutes left to go. Here in the opening stanza, still a scoreless affair here. Aguilera doing battle. Veins trying to get it out. Over to dig it loose there was Proch. Back to the blue line. Zay Coxo let the shot go. That hit a body. Now here's Karen. Jeremy Karen trying to get to it. Karen sends his man flying. Big hit in the corner there. Laying the lumber into his man. Those Veins, I believe. Karen coming over. It's a shoving match in the corner. Comes loose, though. Letting the shot go. Deflected out of harm's way. Luciano Proci was alone in front there for a moment. Let the quick shot go. And Norwich got back into position. Get a stick on it. Aguilera, Karen, two big boys on defense for Coach Sheehan. Both about 6'4", 6'8" with the afro. Both with long pterodactyling-esque reach out there, so they both cover a lot of territory. And there's Karen with the puck on his stick, puts the brakes on. Karen with a spinorama. Karen ran out of real estate there, but Norwich still with the puck. Meirano back for Aguilera, hops over his stick. A little bit of trouble trying to get it out there. Bounces dangerously right off the side of the net. And pushed behind the net now by Fortin. That comes back. Letting the shot go. B.S. Coxo. And picking it up and knocked away. Beautiful play there. And knocking away and stepping to the outside. Meanwhile, letting the shot go. Nice stop there. Off of the clavicle for Lee. You might call it the collarbone at home. For those not in the medical field. Unlike myself. Whistle as it went off a player in the Norwich bench. So both teams with good opportunities. Both goaltenders been very sharp here, Preston. This is a good game.
Yeah, both tenders have done a great job of keeping the puck out of the back of their net, and they're looking really strong there.
Both goaltenders have been tested. Both goaltenders have brought their number 2 pencil. Both goaltenders are making their marks full and dark here thus far today. Face-off one back to the blue line. That one moves wide on the glove side. Ontario got back to it, stepping into one that just missed. Ontario had the better of play here for the last couple of shifts, but back the other way. Norwich through the neutral zone to the forehand. Big stop. The rebound gets pushed aside as Ocean Lee makes the save. And back the other way now, Lepenzi. Lepenzi put the brakes on, lost the handle on it. Lalonde will send it in. I wonder if he's related to Donnie Lalonde, who fought Mike Tyson. Right on the stick of Croteau. Croteau lowers the shoulder. Croteau hooked from behind. Got the shot away. No call. Back to the blue line. Winding, shooting, deflected. They score. I believe it's going to be LaFont Champagne. It is going to get credited with the goal. As he went to the cooker, deflected the shot past Lee. And Norwich, with 1:30 left to go here in the opening stanza, have gotten on the board. 1-0 is the score. That's a huge goal there, Preston, because it felt like to me Ontario was starting to take over a little bit better of the play the last couple of shifts.
Yeah, absolutely. That first goal always, at least in some scenarios, most scenarios, leads to a flood of goals and a bunch more follow.
Yeah, that is true. Once you get the first one, then seems like they start coming. So 1.5 minutes left to go here. And LaFont Champagne with the goal for Norwich.
Number 4, Zachary Lagoon, assisted by number 90.
First turn Alias Bell. Nice job there by TB getting in the scorer sheet. He let the shot go from the point. Good. Sometimes, I always tell my daughter, Preston, I'm sure you think the same thing, just throw it at the net. That's what Aguilera did right there. Throw it at the net hard and low, or just throw it quickly. The rebound, they score! Again, a perfect example. Throw it at the net, it came loose, bounced right to Burke. And Burke knew exactly what to do with it. And just like Preston predicted, once the first goal goes in, then all of a sudden, sometimes the floodgates open. And less than a minute later, Norwich is on the board yet again. This time it's Burke. That pinballed around. Aguilera sent it in. We were just talking about it, Preston. Just throw the puck at the net. Nothing bad can happen, as far as I know. And just like that, Norwich with a 2-0 lead. And a couple of big stops by Oliver Lee when it was 0-0.
Assisted by number 71, Zachary Pizzalia.
So Burke from Pizzalia. Little Seahawk connection there. Their names are on these banners here. Turning, wheeling now. Meirano lost the handle on it. Take it away. Back the other way comes Elkin. Elkin, nice pass up ahead. Pizzalia reaching back to break it up. A beautifully timed poke check. 15 seconds to go. 3-on-2 Norwich. Morrison. Morrison makes the move. He lets the shot go. He scores! Daniel Morrison wheeling and dealing his way, serpentining through traffic, let the shot go right off the inside of the post. And just like that, 3 goals in the last 90 seconds of the stanza here for the Norwich Hockey Club. And they have extended the lead 3-0. Oh, my. How about that? It looked like we were going to go to intermission 0-0, Preston, but boy, oh boy. 3 unanswered goals in the last minute and a half here for Norwich. And perhaps time for one more opportunity. It's sent out to center, and that's going to do it. 3-0 is your score as the opening stanza comes to a close. What a flurry for Norwich in the last minute and a half. All right, well, that's going to do it for the opening stanza. A nice rush there by Norwich at the end. And we'll be back in about 10-15 minutes with the start of the second period. So make yourself that extra sandwich, pour that sarsaparilla, walk the dog, do what you got to do. We'll see you back here when the Zamboni gets done doing what Zambonis do. It's 3-0 Norwich. We'll see everybody again soon. Enjoy your intermission, ladies and gentlemen. welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you had a fantastic intermission. Second stands are about ready to get underway here. A blitzkrieg of goals in the last 90 seconds for the Norwich Hockey Club as they come out and they emerge from the locker room, leading the affair 3-0. It was 0-0 with a minute and a half left to go. And then Norwich with 3 unanswered goals. And they come out of the locker room with a comfortable lead, but that period was a lot closer than 3-0. I'll tell you what, Ontario had multiple opportunities. Oliver Lee with a lot of good saves. And Norwich just capitalized on a couple of opportunities down the stretch. And they come out of the locker room leading it 3-0. So thank you so much for joining us. I'm your host, Scotty Bonner, along here with my cameraman and color man, Mr. Preston Ford here tonight. All right. Boys are back out on the ice. The Zamboni has done what Zambonis do. We are about ready to get the second period underway. Morrison leaning in to take the draw. There's Arbor jousting there with Meirano. Meirano always manages to get under the other guy's skin a little bit. He's that kind of guy. Take him on any team I've ever coached, I'll tell you that right now. My kind of player. No, the ice still a little bit wet. The puck just stopped there on Karen. Zamboni just got done, so ice not completely frozen. Karen run into there as Arbor laid the lumber into Karen, but right back up is Jay. Karen now looking to get a little measure of revenge as he works Arbor over. And the puck comes loose again, just stopping in the puddle. Might want to, at the whistle, might want to take another minute maybe and let the ice freeze over. It happens sometimes, Zamboni got off. Just ice still a little bit wet, but it's freezing over by now. That's scary, though, when you're carrying the puck in front of your old goaltender, and then the puck just stops again. That happened. This time to Aguilera. Norwich really want to play with the puck at the other end of the ice surface conditions, rectify themselves. And here they come now out to center ice. That's sent ahead. No icing as it's waved off, and then the ref decides that it is icing. Icing is the call with 16:01 left to go here. 3-0 to score. I'm sure Norwich looking to come back out of the locker room with the same tenacity that they went into the locker room with. Late barrage of goals for the Norwich Hockey Academy. No, excuse me, Norwich Hockey Club. It's the Ontario Hockey Academy. A lot of H's in the middle today. And the H is not for Huber. As Norwich wins the faceoff, sending it away to Carafel will give chase on it there. Picasso with the puck, lost the handle on it under duress, turned over, Coteau walks in, and that just missed. Williams pinches to keep it in. Bounces around, Pizzalia will send it down low. That's slid across, knocked down, and away comes Ontario now, back the other way with speed. Through the neutral zone, LaPense. Excuse me, that's Elkin. I apologize. Elkin drops it off. Poke check there by Williams. Into the corner, Williams finishes the check. Trying to get it back out in front. That went off the body of Pizzalia. Pizzalia will knock it down. Pizzalia having a little bit of trouble with it. Under duress there. Won the puck. Got it out and all the way down. No icing, ref says. Number 53, Martin Loshing, could have played it. Long boards now, LaFon Champagne doing battle as he's worked over there by LaPense, but he won the puck. Back to the blue line where it's sent back down low by Norwich into the corner. It goes now, chases it down there with De Carafel. That comes out. Dangerous pass there. Knocked down by Coteau, somehow on sides. LaFon Champagne trying to cut to the corner. Cooker there on the backhand. You got a man getting there and just hopped over the stick there. A little bit of De Carafel and back the other way with speed. Here comes Ontario, stepping to the outside with it, protecting it. Nice job there by Williams to finish off the check behind the play. Williams lays the lumber into him. Good body, physical play there by Christopher Williams. Behind that now, a little bit of give and go. Came out in front, reaching to make the save. There was Lee. A dazzling stop there by Oliver Lee. Great puck movement by Ontario. They got the puck back in front, and Lee reaching back. Looking a bit like Jordan Binghamton the other night versus Brady Tkachuk, breaking my heart in a million pieces. Again, goaltending, Preston. The most important part of hockey. It's like real estate. It's like location and real estate. Location. As the great Cliff Clavin tried to explain to Woody Boyd way back in the day. Great Woody Harrelson. And away comes Norwich right off the face-off now. Down the left wing with speed. Carried in Harrell. Harrell slid it across right at the stick of Archibald. Archibald will track it down there. Back the other way now comes Ontario through the neutral zone with it. Laycock. Laycock forced to the outside. He'll dump it in. As Frazier got a chunk of him. Sent hard around now. Quick take Tardif. Got it out to the blue line. Archibald ran into his man. Chance up in front. Had a man up ahead. That was Harrell. Couldn't connect. 14 minutes left to go here in the second stanza. 3-0 Norwich. On 3 goals in the last 90 seconds of the first stanza to lead it here. Happy Rose Garden Day, everybody. All 4 organizations at home today. The Seahawks, the Norwich Hockey Club, the Sea Captains, and the Eagles. Home today at the Rose Garden. I think we all should have got a rose, for coming here today or something. Should have had some sort of florist, sponsor the day here or something, See? Opportunities abound. Everybody could have got a nice rose when they come in, celebrate, the Rose City. Great pub right down the block here. These guys' brewery. Oh my God, they've got the dry rub, taco, chicken wings. I don't know if that was like a temporary thing or if that's permanent, but oh man, the night we went there, we ordered that, me and my wife. So good. Great place to go. Right in downtown Norwich. Love it. These guys brew. Sent ahead now. It's going to go for icing as Karen will touch up there. 13:24 left to go here in the second stanza. You're watching Norwich Hockey Club hockey. They're on the docket tomorrow for 2, high noon, against this same Ontario Hockey Academy. And then at 4 o'clock, South Kent will come to town. So a little bit of a, I guess you could say, broken up doubleheader. Norwich will play, then the Seahawks Phantom team will play at 2 o'clock, and then Norwich will play again at 4 o'clock against 2 different teams. Enigma in the schedule, but hey, let's lace them up and let's go. No problem. So 3 games in just about 30 hours for the Norwich hockey boys here this weekend. Not that Ontario wants to hear about it. They played this morning down in South Kent, so they're like, cry me a river. And I don't want to hear it. Baines leaning in to take the draw. Burke right behind him. Karen right behind Burke. He's trying to win it back to Burke. Sent ahead now, getting on it. Baines got Dempsey getting to the cooker. Got it back door. The rebound! I believe the net may have been dislodged off its protected moorings, and it was. Net comes off a lot, ladies and gentlemen. A little bit more to my liking. But again, we talked about this last game. What are you going to do? If you make the net too hard to get off, then young ladies and lads will get hurt. We don't want that. Right now, it comes off every time there's a play at the net with guys this speed and size. Baines leaning in to take the draw. Burke right behind him. Trying to get it to Burke. Burke stepping up. Couldn't get to it. And away comes Ontario now. Back the other way with it, Arbor. Arbor, big and strong, will send it in. Him and Karen's. Excuse me, him and Karen, I apologize. Not plural. Have gotten together on multiple occasions. They meet again along the boards. Karen, little bit of forearm shiver. That time it was Tester, I apologize. Sent ahead now. Here's Tester. Tester over the blue line. Tester, big hit there. Karen finishes them off along the boards. Saw that one coming. Jeremy Karen doing some hunting out there. Down the left wing now. Dempsey dropping it off for Baines. Baines stepping to the outside, protecting the puck. Got it back. Dempsey pulling the trigger. A big stop there. And then Dempsey sends his man flying after the whistle as Arbor came over. A little bit of pushing and shoving there. Great job by the officials, Preston, letting the boys play, not calling the ticky-tack stuff,
Absolutely great job there, as one of the Ontario players did give him a little bit of a tap after the whistle there, and didn't look like Dempsey was having it.
No, Dempsey threw him aside quite easily, and Arbor's a big boy. Good show of strength there by Connor. Leaning in now is Morrison. Morrison's got Williams right behind him. Pizzalier at the blue line. Meirano out there along with Dorje. Dorje trying to force it around to Meirano. That gets knocked loose. Nice job by Pizzalier to seal off the wall and keep it in. That's a Pizzalier sandwich right there on Ontario Hockey Academy bread. Pizzalier looking to come away with it. Couldn't do so. Chipped ahead now. Here's a chance. Williams gliding over. Letting the shot go. Tough angle. Over the outstretched arms there of the goaltender Lee. It's Oliver. A quick shot. Lee with the save. Big rebound, though, off into the corner. Williams takes his man out there, got a big chunk of Nelson. And back to the blue line, letting the shot go. That careens into the corner, came back out in front. Lee got the waffle on that. Back to the blue line, letting the shot go behind the net. On it quickly now is Christopher Williams. Williams tried to get the puck out. That's knocked down at the blue line. Quickly now, Ontario in the zone with it. Turning on it there is Wong. Wong took a big hit in the corner there. As Williams lays the lumber into him. Off the boards it goes, picked up now Wong. Morrison chopping at it as he back checks. Morrison came right back to him. Daniel Morrison down the right wing with speed. Morrison has it poke checked away, got it back. Now Meirano walks in, a big flipper save there. And Williams will pinch. It's sent out to center, chased down by Zachary Pizzalia. 11 minutes to go here in the second stanza. The middle stanza, Shakespeare's favorite stanza. Shift ahead, Croteau protecting the puck to the backhand as he's tugged at. And never got the shot away. Good defensive play there as Ontario back check to break that up. That's knocked down by Frazier. Frazier will send it over. It's intercepted at the blue line. Into the corner it goes now to Arias Bell. On it there. Here's Croteau. Croteau tried to get it out. Didn't get a lot on it. Norwich now coming away with it to center ice. Gaining the red line and dumping it in. Going to work. Exactly what we talked about in the pregame. Here's a chance in front. De Carafel came through, got the shot away. Frazier off the boards. A little shimmy, Cocoa Puff move. De Carafel putting the brakes on. Trying to get it back in front. That hit a body. Found Champagne sending it back down. De Carafel chases it behind the net. Croteau in the neighborhood. That one back to the blue line. Off the sticker to Nereus Bell. And quickly now Frazier. Frazier, a couple of nifty moves in the neutral zone. And Norwich trying to come away with the puck. I think that's offsides. They never touched it, so no call. A chance now for Ontario. 2-on-1 developing, but they went for a change. 2-on-1 turned into a 1-on-2. You do the math. Knocked down, sent back in by Proch. 9:45 to go here. 3-0 is the score. Sent hard around there. All right, Norwich as they try to come out with it. That one hit the official, and jousting out of there to get it away to center ice was Frazier. Being chased now, LaFont Champagne, as Norwich will get some fresh legs out on the ice. It's the second period, so the bench is further away. So an icing there, and both teams will have a chance to change up. 9:20 left to go here in the second stanza. Most of this game has been 0-0, Preston. There's only been 90 seconds where teams were scoring, and
yeah,
that
absolutely.
was Norwich.
The Ontario Hockey Club came back out of the locker room with a lot of speed this period as well, trying to get their way back into this game.
They played earlier this morning, like we said. So we'll see if fatigue is a factor for these young lads. Not easy to play at this level, 2 games and travel in between, but yeah. It's good to be young, I'll tell you that. Here's a gift. Aguilera throwing the forearm shiver. As it comes back to the blue line, Aguilera will send it in on goal, steered aside by Lee. Ocean Lee in goal for Ontario. Oliver Lee in goal for Norwich. And away comes Norwich now. Aguilera got it up, but they lost the handle on it. Sent back in with Jeremy Caron. Will give chase. Caron in the corner with the puck. Caron up ahead for Archibald. Archibald deflected ahead. And back the other way now, Harrell. Harrell trying to step to the inside. Harrell lost the handle on it. Got it back to Archibald. Archibald tried to run the gauntlet. That was knocked down. Turning on it there was Aaron Wood. Wood off the glass. And out to center. Waiting was Aguilera. Aguilera turning. Aguilera absorbed the hit, but got it up. Here's Harrell. Harrell at the blue line. Harrell to the outside. Drops it off for Archibald. Poke checked away. And back out to center ice. It comes there. Waiting there is Caron. Caron took the hit. Came back to Caron. And not sure what the whistle was for. The puck was in the neutral zone, so it couldn't have been offside.
Yeah, they called. They said off, though. That's the one thing. It wasn't offside, but they said off. I heard them yell off. So
I think they thought maybe the puck was headed back in, but it never did. All right, well, I'll tell you what. If that's the worst call these refs make today, we're having a pretty good day.
Absolutely,
the refs are doing a good job.
A little offside doesn't hurt anybody.
Yeah. Here's Burke now dumping it in. They're letting the boys play, so I really don't have a complaint in the world. As long as the majority of the game is 5-on-5, well, I'm happy with it. As it's sent back to the blue line, but Pizzalia couldn't keep it there. Here comes Pizzalia now. Pizzalia over the blue line. Protecting the puck, sending it hard around for Burke. Burke cycling it down low. On it there's Vanes. Back to Burke. Burke back to Vanes. Didn't get a lot on it. Chasing it to the puck. Trying to get it to Dempsey. Back to the blue line. Fazalia lets the shot go. That goes off the protective mesh. And with 7.5 minutes left to go, the faceoff will be deep in the Ontario zone. This game has really been a tale of two cities. The best of times and the worst of times. Best of times for the 90 seconds for Norwich. And the worst of times for the Ontario Hockey Academy, those very same 90 seconds. Life is all about perspective and point of view, which is exactly what Obi-Wan was trying to explain to Luke, but Yoda had just passed away. It wasn't really the right time to get into all that. I think Jedi Master who left the galaxy in tyranny and chains would know better, but again, just another mistake that gets glossed over in the history of Obi-Wan Kenobi. Anyway, I digress. Back to the blue line, wheeling and dealing, letting the shot go. That just missed. Hello, Obi-Wan, don't get me wrong. He gets way more glaze than he deserves, I think, for the amount of trouble that he caused. Behind the net it goes now, anyway. He's a good guy, don't get me wrong. He needs to be called out on some of his decision making. Shot down low, doesn't get through. That one lifted up a foot race, but it's going to go the length of the ice. Icing shall be the call. With 6 minutes and 40 seconds left to go here. And in the second stanza. Face off deep in the OHA zone. And the ref not allowing for the change. Is it too late? Now he seems to be saying that it's okay. No, they were short of man. It wasn't a change. That's why. So I guess the ref said, that's a good job. You don't want to have to take the face off shorthanded. That's, I don't mind that. Again, I think these refs have been near perfect. Quick shot there. It's nearly a spell, and reaching for it there was the goaltender Lee. Ocean Lee. Cool name, Ocean. I like that. Face off deep in the Ontario hockey zone. Ontario in the maroon and bronze, Norwich in the white, red, and gray. Face off one, back to the blue line. This Bell sent it in. That went off a body as Morrison. We'll send it down low. Back to the blue line it comes now. On it there, Frazier. Frazier will keep it in. Let's pinch down low. Morrison coming off the boards with it. Dropping it down low. And on it now, Meirano. Meirano puts the brakes on. Meirano trying to get it back in front. And away comes Ontario. Out to the neutral zone. Tenerius Bell pinched in. Got a chunk of it and sent back in. Chasing it now is Laycock. Laycock behind that. Chase there by Meirano. That one to give away at the blue line. Almost walking in unabated there for a moment. Oh, there's Luca Dorje. Sent in on Lee. Lee will leave it. Sending it hard around. After the blue line it comes. One of the Norwich players there got tripped up as he was coming through as Meirano. Meirano shook it off and right back up. Into the corner it goes now. Picked up. Izzy Caxo. Out to the red line. Big hit there by Frazier, but comes loose now down low. The backhand gets right over the crossbar. Came back out in front as Lee went diving to get back into position. Quickly now, back the other way, Frazier. Frazier down the left wing. Frazier protecting the puck. Frazier got it in front to Morrison. That just failed to click. Back to the blue line. Tenerius Bell lets it go. Went off a body. Behind the net, the wraparound. A nice stop by Lee. And there'll be no further play. Oh, the Norwich Hockey Club buzzing around like a bunch of angry hornets. You might even say yellow jackets, to be more specific. Under 5 minutes to go now here in the second period. Good pressure there, Preston, by Norwich. And leaning in to take the draw there, Carafel wins it. Santoa Croteau had it in his feet. That came back out now, Omi. Omi run into there by Karen, causing the turnover. Fon Champagne avoids the hit there from La Pensée. And comes back out to the neutral zone where Aguilera will curtail it and then send it in. Turning back to get it now to Carafel for Aguilera. Aguilera over for Karen. Karen on it there. Karen off the boards. Got it out to center. There was knocked down. And sent in, but offsides is the call. As Lapense carried the puck in. 4:25 left to go here in the second stanza. 3-0 Norwich clinging to the lead. I say clinging only because like we said a couple of times, the majority of this game has been 0-0. Norwich wins the face-off with the lead here on home ice. Coteau on the backhand, trying to keep it in there was Lushing, but couldn't do so. Bouncing puck, that's knocked down. Aguilera saw a little bit of daylight. Lost the puck. With the blue line now, putting the brakes on. Big hit there, Karen. Laying the man there and finishing the check and laying the lumber there along the boards. Right into Fleetum. They're digging, they're mucking, they're doing the homework by the old Zamboni door where the ice dips a little bit. I'm sure Preston's very familiar with that dip by the Zamboni door.
It's more than just a little bit, a little dip. It's a whole entire cavern over there. So
big stop there, Lee on the backhand. Yeah, it's a, it kind of just goes off into the abyss just before the door.
Oh yeah. If you shove a puck hard enough, it'll go up under there sometimes.
Yeah, you don't want to go in there where your stick gets.
I think they've got it under control for the pucks now. It's just, but that's always going to be a stick hazard over there.
That's the advantage of it being your home ice arena. All right, face off deep in the Norwich zone. To the right of Lee is Waffle side. One by Ontario, back to the blue line. Waffled aside by Lee, saw it all the way. Goes behind the net. Williams will give chase there. Good poke check there by Williams. Zalia on it in the corner. Norwich got it back to the blue line. Chipped ahead. If they can get to it, it's a 2-on-1. They did. Archibald over for Harrell. Pulls the trigger. Big stop there by Lee. It's kept in at the blue line. Williams sent his man flying Minato. And Archibald finishes him off. Trying to come over the blue line with it. Lost the handle on it. Went back to get it there was Cote Tardif. And sent in and on it now is Loshny. That came loose dangerously in front. Pinballed around is Cote Tardif. And Ontario on it there. They got a chunk of it and sent it all the way down. Icing is the call with under 3 minutes to go here in the second stanza. 3-0 your score. You're watching Norwich Hockey Club hockey here on the Solu. Then we're going to take a broadcasting break. Preston's going to get on the call for the Sea Captains on NA3HL Network, our local junior team that plays it in Norwich Sea Captains. Great team, great organization. If you have never been down to see a Sea Captains game, boy, I tell you, you'll enjoy it. They are fun, they are fast, they are physical. Good team, too. Good league. I like that league. Local junior team, and then tonight, Central Connecticut, Eastern Connecticut, excuse me, Eagles will be playing host on their senior night. Walking in now, trying to dance around Fazzalia. Got it through and a big stop by Lee. A point-blank stop there as Nelson found the puck there. That was a 2-on-2 and turned into a 1-on-0. As the puck bounced loose to Nelson, Nelson got loose in front. And a big stop there by Lee. It's Keenan Nelson. Leaning in to take the draw now was Vanes. Or Norwich as they try to get it out. On the second attempt they do. Burke, who opened up the scoring, got it over for Dempsey. Dempsey trying to carry the puck in at the blue line. Lost the handle on it. Turning away with it now. Jose Coxo. Coxo has it poke checked away there by Burke. Burke lost his wand and had to harness his inner Diego Maradona as he kicked it ahead. Now he's got his wand back. And Ontario out to the blue line. Nice job there by Vanes. Hustling back to put the brakes on. Got it down low. Cutting to the cooker there was Dempsey. Couldn't connect. Just knocked around Pazzalia. Pazzalia got it back. Pazzalia letting the shot go. Went off a leg in front. Away comes Ontario now. Through the neutral zone. Elkin. I thought he put himself off sides. Ref says no. Letting the shot go wide of Lee. And Williams got to it there. And now Burke. Burke at the side of the net. Burke had a little bit of trouble with it. Lost the handle on it. Reached back to get it. Away comes Burke now with it. Donovan Burke through the neutral zone with speed. over the blue line, dropping it off, headed to the cooker, a little bit of give and go, just failed to click. As Frazier got together there. And wanted to play LaPonce behind the play, a little bit nicked up there. As Frazier and him came together at full speed, so hopefully Alexandre LaPonce is okay. He's a little bit shooken up and down on the ice right now. And 1:24 left to go. A big collision there with Frazier. I don't know if we saw him coming to the last second. I hope he's all right. Trainer out to look at him. It was a big collision. Everything's moving. He's moving his legs, moving his arms, but he's still face down on the ice. Nothing of that concern, thank God. It was a very high-speed collision. I really don't think he saw it coming until the last second. Now he's back to his knees. And very slow to get up here, though. Now he's back to his feet. Definitely shooken up. I think that they may have butted heads on the collision. Hopefully the young lad is okay. As he heads off the ice and over to the Ontario locker room, so just hope that he's all right. It was a clean play. Both players just came together at full speed. The puck was there. I think they clacked heads a little bit. All right. So no penalty on the play, though. 1:24 left to go here in the second stanza. Harbor on right wing. Leaning in against Meirano. Face-off one, back to Wood for Ontario. 20 left to go. They dump it in wide of Lee. He leaves it for Frazier behind the net. Frazier on it there. Got up to Meirano, who just angled it out. A lot of English on it, so I don't think that's got enough for icing. As it stopped right on the goal line. Perfectly placed 9-iron there by Meirano. 3 feet from the cup. Good for an eagle. Tiger Woods would be proud. Behind the net now. Got it to Meirano. Lets the shot go. Went off a leg. The flex now back in front towards Morrison. Never got to him. Meirano will keep it in. Behind the net. Turning on it there. Morrison over to help out. And then Ontario looking to get it out, but can't. Nice job on the back check. Morrison turning, wheeling, letting the shot go there. It's Luca Dorje. And a nice stop there by the netminder, Ocean Lee. 40 seconds left to go here. In the second stanza, Norwich. That blitzkrieg at the end of the first period. 3 goals in the last 90 seconds of the first period. Morrison. Back now for Frazier. Frazier will send it in, deflected off a leg. The boys will tell you they practiced that. They did it on purpose. As Frazier fired it right off of the calf there. Dorje. Lee had to be real alert because I'll tell you what, that would not have been a kicking motion. That would have counted. Nice stop there by Ocean Lee. He's been busy and good. Meirano right off the face-off in control. We'll dump it in. Jay will give chase into the corner. There against Biscay Costco. Bodies collide there. Coming out to try and dig it loose there along the boards is Doge. Digging, mucking, doing their homework. 15 seconds to go. Can Norwich get one last opportunity here? Right at the end of the second stanza. Doge there with the forearm shiver. Puck comes loose now. Ontario looking to break it out. They do get it out to center. A 2-on-1, but I think the clock's going to beat them. And the shot right at the buzzer. Lee gobbles it up like a biscuit on Thanksgiving, and that's going to do it. Your score at the end of 2, the Norwich Hockey Club 3, the Ontario Hockey Academy 0. We'll be back in about 10-15 minutes at the start of the third and final stanza here on the Salute Broadcasting Network. Enjoy your intermission. We'll see you back here for the third. Just had a rough 90 seconds. Yeah, I love it. Let's let me make a mistake. Oh my! And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as the Norwich Hockey Club has emerged back from the locker room. The third and final stanza are about ready to get underway here from the Rose Garden. As the Zamboni has done what Zambonis do. The ice is fresh, the ice is clean, the ice is glistening and ready to go here. It's Ontario back out on the ice, Norwich back out on the ice. The score remains the same as it was at the end of the first period, 3-0. Is your score. A pretty evenly played second period, I thought. Norwich with the 3 goals in the first period, maintaining the 3-goal lead. Really still emerging out of the locker room for Norwich, ready to play the third and final stanza here this afternoon. And these two teams will be back at it tomorrow once again at high noon right here at the Rose Garden, right here on the Solu Broadcasting Network. So, and if this is your first time tuned in on the Solu Broadcasting Network, please like and subscribe to our channel. That helps us grow the brand, as the kids like to say. All right, Preston, you come out of the locker room with a 3-0 lead. What's the mentality? What do you think?
Definitely keep the foot on the gas. You got to keep doing that, especially the three goal lead is the most dangerous lead in hockey, because they score once, you're down by 2. They score another time, you're down by 1, and it's such an easy lead to come back from any team's perspective, because it's such a quick. It feels like such a quick lead.
Oh yeah, if you let up 1, then all of a sudden you're like, oh, now we're 1 goal away from a 1-goal game, and just the mindset quickly changes. So, 3-goal lead, although enjoyable to have, it's just a dangerous hot potato to be holding right out of the oven without any oven mitts. I can go for a stuffed potato myself. All right, leading in now, Dick Carafel to take the face-off against Freedom. And we are underway, the third and final chapter of the story, now being unveiled right before your very eyes. I have the privilege of being your narrator here today, or co-narrator, here with Preston Fort. Preston's going to be on the call for the Sea Captains game coming up right after this one in the 3HL TV. Over the blue line, tremendous broadcaster in his own right. There's this young lad to my right. A big day here for Preston. It's a senior night tonight for the Eagles. Excited to be on hand for that. Back to the blue line, letting the shot go. A laser beam there. Buzz the tower. Maverick would have been pleased. Goose would have been upset. We never found out how Rooster felt about such things. Perhaps we will in Top Gun 3. Cornelius Bell really let that laser beam go there, attached right to the head of Sharks. 16:22 left to go. Here in the final stanza. Third period just nicely underway. Norwich would sure love to get it to a 4-0 lead. I can tell you that 4 is a lot more than 3.
It definitely feels that way for sure. So it's definitely a good lead to get to.
Oh, yeah. If you make it 4-0, it feels like a much bigger lead than when you make it 2-0. I mean, it is. Obviously, 4 is more than 2. I get that. I did pass math. But still, it's just a huge, mountain to climb. Not mountain, hurdle. That's the word I'm looking for. A little hurdle to get over. Well, Norwich applying the pressure here in the early going. Back for Aguilera. Aguilera letting the shot go. Doesn't get through. Watch your ball in on the first check. That's sent ahead. Knocked down by Elkin. Elkin over the blue line. Elkin. Let it go there. Deep into the corner it goes, or Aguilera will give chase. First on it there was Nelson. Nelson trying to dig it loose. Did get it to Elkin. Elkin behind the net. Karen came over to rough him up a bit. Good job there by Karen to take the body. Back to the blue line it goes now. That goes off the skates of Karen. And picked up now by Archibald. Hard around. Cleared but not out. Kept it at the blue line. That one fought off by Lee. As it got high in on him there. I think it hit the butt end right by the old shoulder. Over the blue line now. Karen trying to make the move back to the inside. Lost the handle on it. And Ontario will come out to center ice with it. Aguilera will give chase. Hounded down there by Fortin. Aguilera hard off the glass. Came out towards Dempsey, but kept in at the blue line. And knocked down and along comes Aguilera back the other way. Aguilera quickly. Through the neutral zone is Burke. Burke stepping to the outside. Burke sending it in deep. Burke jousting it along there like a medieval knight. Still behind the net now. Norwich on it there. Trying to get it back out in front. It did come in front. Lee tried to cover it. Couldn't do so. Bounces around side of the net dangerously. Let me guess. The net came off its protected moorings. And it did. telling you, it's a catch 44, that net coming off the moorings. It's so much worse than a catch 22. Well, it might be a catch 33. I might be exaggerating. 14:35 left to go here. There's no point in not exaggerating if you're not a broadcaster. No point in exaggerating if you're not a broadcaster. No point in not exaggerating if you are a broadcaster. Yeah, that's correct. Over the blue line now, Ontario down the right wing. Big stop, Lee. The rebound dangerously lie there and take it away. Zachary Pizzalia leads the charge the other way. Pizzalia over the blue line, lost the handle on it, causing the play to be offside. 14-14 left to go in the affair. And be sure to tune in tonight. We'll be live at 8:15 or so, as the Eastern Connecticut Eagles will be playing host to the guys they play in North Branford, right? They're the Hornets. Are they the Hornets?
This is
They have
the
a B.
Thunderbirds.
The Thunderbolts.
The Hornets.
Oh, that's right. Branford's
Hornets
the
is
Hornets.
North Branford.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh. So, okay, I got it. The Thunderbirds. The T-Birds. Wonder if they'll bring the pink ladies with them. Along the boards now. Got it behind the net. Trying to get it out in front. And kept in by Pizzalia. Behind that it goes now. Picked up quickly there by Bizet Caxo. Bizet Caxo leaned into there. On it now, Dorje. Dorje got it out in front. Quick one-timer! I thought that went off the back of the net and came back out. Maybe Lee made the save, but I swear to God, I thought that was in.
I thought that did too.
I thought it hit the back of the mesh and came back out. I am wearing my spectacles. Well, we'll have to check the replay. We'll have to go to Toronto. Actually, I don't know if we have such capabilities yet, but we need that intern. Back the other way now, quickly Testa. Testa will gain the blue line and dump it in. Williams will give chase. Behind it, Williams, nice poke check. Keep the puck away. And lands on a stick of Dorje. Dorje getting the Jets going. Luca Dorje carrying the puck out through the neutral zone to himself. Over the blue line with speed. Looking to pull the trigger. Fanned on it at the last moment. Rolled up on him. Dorje behind the net. Pizzalia in front. Jay protecting the puck. Got it out in front. Jam again. LaFont Champagne. And Morrison sends his man flying. Back out in front. Dorje pulls the trigger. One off a leg. Williams along the boards. Williams doing battle there against Nelson. Nelson got to it. Williams kicked it aside. Williams went back to keep it in. Now it comes out to center ice. Knocked down by Norris. Quickly on the attack back the other way. On Champagne. Lost the handle on it there. And turning back now. He's a Coxo. He'll drop it off quickly now. Comes Laycock. Laycock over the blue line, letting the shot go. Frazier. Right off the shin pad there. Makes the block. And Norwich trying to get the puck out. Couldn't do so. Behind the net now for Frazier. Frazier will put the brakes on. Jack Frazier. That one deflects out to center ice, but Laycock will send it back in. Knocked down by Norwich. Cross ice pass, and away they come. Fon Champagne over the blue line. Stepping to the outside, wheeling and dealing the puck, rolling on him with delayed penalty coming up. Hooking, I believe, is going to be the call against Ontario. And right now, they haven't touched the puck, so De Carafel will take it. De Carafel in the corner, trying to get it back to the blue line, and poked out to center ice. So the first power play of the night for Norwich. Into the sin bin goes Miwa Minato. So Minato, 2 minutes for hooking. Yep, hooking is the call. And Minato wearing Steve Grogan's old number 14. And face off deep in the Ontario zone. Leaning in his veins to take the draw. Aguilera on right wing. Veins trying to turn on it there in the face-off circle. Getting the shot away was Burke. A nice stop there by Lee. Looks like it's Dempsey. Yes, it is. Dempsey at the blue line. Out there with Jack Frazier. So there's a defenseman playing forward for the face-off and a forward playing at the point for Coach Sheehan. Hooking is the call. And Norwich looking to get that 4-goal lead they've been seeking all period long. There's Veins now. Veins protecting the puck. Veins behind the net. Reaches for it. Got it back to the blue line. Now straight away Frazier. Frazier for Dempsey. Back to Frazier. Frazier sending it down low. Sliding across for Dempsey. Lost his footing as he got the shot away. Came loose for Burke. He scores! Donovan Burke. An advantageous, I guess we could say, roll of the puck as Dempsey blew out a tire. Pushed the puck in the right direction and went right to Burke. And Burke, right place, right time. A power play goal for the Norwich Hockey Club. And they have extended the lead 4-0. Well, there's the 4 we were talking about, Preston. Big difference there on the power play. So 4-0 now. That's exactly what we talked about. A big difference between 3-0. Because now if OHA does manage to bury the biscuit or goes off a leg or something, fluke or anything, all right, so you still got a 3-goal lead, 4 is a lot more than 3. Lalonde going at it there with Dempsey. Yeah, how about that? 2 boxing names right there. One a little bit more prestigious than the other, but nonetheless, both heavyweight championship fighters. Stepping to the outside. Man behind the net now. Trying to get it back in front was Arbor. Lost the handle on Norwich coming away with it. Dempsey got it up to Vanes. Vanes up for Burke. And Burke's got the goal. He's got 2 here today. Does Donovan Burke. So looking for the hat trick is Burke. If you get a hat trick, you get to name what flavored ice cream you get on the way home. I don't care how old the kids get. That rule still applies. Here's Burke now sliding it across. Had Dempsey looking to get to the back door. Back the other way with it now, over the blue line. Slipping up there was Frazier, letting the shot go. Lee with the flipper save, out to center ice. Would look like he wasn't expecting it to hit him, or maybe he was just trying to keep it on sides. Sent back out now, Yannick. Yannick dances to the outside, forced wide. Nice stop by Lee. Man, there'll be no further play. 10:06 left to go here in the affair. Norwich with a commanding 4-0 lead. Nice day here in southeastern Connecticut. Got up to about 35 degrees, but felt like 60. It's been cold. Although I guess people from Ontario don't really want to hear about that. Like, oh, really? Has it? Really? Tell me how cold it's been in Connecticut. Face off one by the Ontario Hockey Academy. Sent ahead now. Quickly on it there. Down the right wing goes Cote Tardif. Got it out in front. Bounces around behind the net. On it quickly now, Harrell. Harrell got it out in front. Bodies collide there as Archibald was getting busy right there in front of the goalkeeper. Sent in, picked up now by Colin Harrell. Harrell with speed, lost the handle on it. Archibald lined his man up. Sent him down. Cote Tardif lost the handle on it. He sent it forward though. And Harrell trying to seal the wall and keep the puck in. It is kept in at the blue line by Archibald. A little bit of pushing and shoving behind the play as Aguilera will turn away with it. Aguilera sent it in, chipped ahead. Now here comes Testa. Down the left wing, Testa letting the shot go. Big stop behind the goaltender. Lee loose in front. The net comes off. It's protected moorings. Yet again, as Lee made the save and did himself about a 180 there, was facing the wrong way, but did manage to keep the puck from going across the goal line. And Karen hustling back, accidentally on purpose, completely by accident, just happened to crash into the net there, dislodging the net. A complete accident, obviously. Jeremy would never, I happen to know the young lad, stand-up guy, would never knock the net off on purpose to get a whistle while his goaltender was floundering around in trouble. Complete accident, I'm sure. I'm sure Jeremy would attest to that. Nice stop there by Lee right off the faceoff. Well, leaning in now is Ryan Wong, the senior, up against Morrison. Morrison wins it cleanly. That one up in the rafters. Laycock brought it down to himself, so no hand pass, and kept it in over the blue line, so no offsides. Here's Williams. Williams quickly moved it up. Meirano couldn't corral it there. Went behind the net where Williams will give chase. Williams moves it around. Dorje takes a hit in the corner. He protects the puck. Luca Dorje trying to get the puck out. That didn't work. Now Dorje get it back. We'll send it out to center ice. Sent back in there by Loshnik. Behind the net it goes now. Williams on the backhand there for Pazzalia. That went off Williams and picked up now by Morrison. Morrison behind the net, leaned into there. As it came back out in front, that just went wide. Norwich running around a bit in their own zone here. They'll send it out to center and giving chase now Morrison. Morrison quickly on the forecheck. Nice job there under duress to turn away by Loshnik. Quickly now, Elkin. Elkin 1-on-3. Elkin dropped it off, walking in. Never got the shot through. Nice play there by Samuel Croteau. Getting the shooting lane. That was a 1-on-3. Turned out to be a good opportunity there for Ontario. Laycock over the blue line. LaFon Champagne came back to work him over. And that's knocked down by De Carafel. Back to LaFon Champagne. He'll send it up, intercepted quickly now. Back the other way, Bizet. Caxo walks in, getting the stick in the shooting lane was Meirano. A tremendous defensive play there by Sheldon Meirano. Well, those are the plays that don't show up in the scorebook or in the sabermetrics or the cybermetrics, but boy, oh boy, those are the ones that, will win you hockey games. Hustle plays like that. Good play by Meirano. I'm so happy that people, giving Jacob Slavin so much love after the Four Nations tournament. I've seen multiple posts saying there should be an NHL award for defensive defensemen. I can tell you, I got a young lady at home, our daughter, who will be having the privilege of playing for the Norwich Hockey Club. Big hit there behind the players. Tenarius Bell got back up, shaking things off, gathering his faculties. And she'd like to hear the news that there might be a defensive award. As it's sent in, I'm sure that's how she would describe her game if somebody had to ask her. Behind the net now, trying to get it back out. I mean, what would you expect? Her father's an old goaltender. Now, defense first in our house. Sent in. Off the boards it goes now, Lee. We'll leave it there behind that. Little bit of miscommunication there, dangerously. Recovered quickly by Norwich. As they come away with it now. Carrying the puck through the neutral zone with speed is Burke. Burke over the blue line. Burke cutting to the middle. Burke letting the shot go, looking for the hat trick. 6:15 to go now in the affair. 4-0 Norwich. In command as Fraser had a little bit of trouble with it. Quickly now back the other way. Down the right wing. Sliding it across on the backhand. Lee drags the flipper to make the save. A tremendous save there by Oliver Lee. Ontario with their best opportunity. Dempsey touches it ahead, walking in, pulling the trigger. A save by Lee down at the other end. Now both goaltenders, a couple of big stops there. One right after the other. Back to the blue line, Aguilera. He tried to keep it in. That was knocked down, and Ontario will send it up ahead. Aguilera let it run to Lee. It's Oliver Lee. He'll cover it up, and there'll be no further play. Under 5.5 to go now in the affair. Norwich has punched their tickets to the Nationals in California. So, ladies and gentlemen, if it's on your heart to do so, please go to the Norwich Hockey Club website. And there you can see they got a fundraiser going for the trip for the boys. Here's Dempsey now. Dempsey down the right wing at the dot, pulling the trigger. Lee got the flipper on that. Kept it at the blue line. Slid over for Aguilera. Aguilera will dump it in. Aguilera behind the net for Dempsey. Dempsey trying to get it back to Burke. Picked up quickly there by Flinham. Got it back to the blue line. On and now Burke. Aguilera winding, shooting. That went off a leg. And here comes Ontario now back the other way. Testa down the left wing. Testa sliding over. Let the shot go. Nice stop by Lee. And getting back to it at the blue line there was Fleetham. He lost the handle on it. That's knocked down. Kane's back to the blue line now. Walking in with room. Fighting through a check. Letting the shot go off the butt end of Lee. And now Lee will cover up. And there'll be no further plays. Karen mixed together there with Arbor. 4 minutes, 37 seconds left to go in the affair here. The score says 4-0 Preston, but it doesn't feel like a 4-0 game at all. This has been a pretty evenly played game.
Absolutely. This Ontario Hockey Academy team has been playing really hard and trying their best to get back into this game here. But you could definitely tell they're both fast-paced teams, both looking to find the win.
Norwich with the lead. Here on home ice. Did they ice it? They did not. All around. Burke anticipated where that was going. You always want to go where the puck is going to be, not where the puck is or the puck was, as the great Michael Scott once said. Along the boards now. Scranton, Pennsylvania's greatest hockey player ever. Sent in, but that's going to go for icing. 4:12 left to go. And these two teams will turn around and do it in less than 24 hours again. At high noon tomorrow, the way John Wayne would have done it. Mano a mano. Manly stuff. As the great Robin Williams once said, manly men do manly things. The right to bear arms and the right to arm bears. Great Robin Williams. Behind the net now, back to the blue line, letting the shot go, doesn't get through. And Elkin will send it away to center, where it's knocked down by Pizzalia, who took a hit. Now he's worked over along the boards. Pizzalia shrugging the man away. He's over to help out was Cote Tardif. And that one stopped by Lee, left there for Williams. Williams with it. Outlet pass. Second one doesn't connect, but now away comes Williams now. Williams out to the red line and he'll dump it in. Smart play there with a 4-goal lead. Don't want to try to do too much. Just get to the red line and dump it in. Sent back out to center. Nice job there to keep it in by Pizzalia. He's tripped up. Look to the officials. The official said, buddy, I got to get to happy hour. You're not getting that call. Slid across. Nice job by Archibald to get back on sides. Archibald will send it across. Ontario trying to get it out. And they do get it out to center. Elkin over the blue line. At the dot, lets the shot go. Lee got the flipper on that. Man back to the blue line it goes now. Meirano over the blue line. Meirano toe dragging. Meirano drags it in right at the 5-hole. Still loose. And now a little bit of pushing and shoving after the whistles. Meirano looked to run the gauntlet. And there seems to be some sort of disagreement to the right of the goaltender, Lee. There's a couple of the Norwich players were going after the rebound, but the whistle never blew. So Norwich players didn't do anything wrong. The goaltender, Lee, didn't do anything wrong. None of the defensemen on Ontario did anything wrong. I don't think the officials did anything wrong. The clock seemed to stop at the right time. The cameraman's been perfect all afternoon. I think everybody did a real nice job on that one. Let's see if any penalties might or might not be assessed here after a little bit of a disagreement after the whistle. The ref just might say, the heck with it, let's just drop the puck. These things happen in our beloved sport, and they are. Great job by the officials not handing out any penalties. Who cares? We're going to send 2 guys off for roughing. By the time we do that, just the heck with it. Good quick shot from the point there, and a nice save by Lee. Frazier got the shot away. Good face-off win there by Morrison. Along the boards, Meirano. Lost the handle on it, letting the shot go right off the clavicle there of Lee. Back to the blue line, winding, shooting. Lee finds it through traffic and fought that one off. Oliver Lee looking real sharp here. Send ahead down the right wing now, Frazier. Frazier's got a step, pulls the trigger. Ocean Lee making the save at the other end. Here comes Ontario now, shipping it ahead. Being chased now, Frazier first on it there for Norwich. Frazier, good change of direction, shift there. By Jack Frazier. Over the blue line. Frazier lost the handle on it. And now Ontario will send it away to center. That's knocked down and picked up by Norwich. Over the blue line, trying to cut inside. There was Morrison, came back to Morrison. Morrison protecting the puck, still with it. Morrison will send it across onto Croteau. Croteau will dump it in. Morrison heads off the ice. And now in the corner now, LaFont Champagne takes a big hit with 1:40 left to go. That's a turnover, letting the shot go, doesn't get through, and back the other way now. Here comes Loshnig. Loshnig gained the red line and dump it in. Lee couldn't stop it. Into the corner it goes now, Aguilera. Will move it, Norwich. Off the skates of Croteau, off the glass, and sent back in by Ontario. 1:20 left to go here in the affair. Norwich looking to preserve 2 points here on home ice. Barring any miracle, it'll be a nice win here for the Norwich Hockey Club. Aguilera looking to run the gauntlet. Aguilera back to the inside, did run the gauntlet, pulled the trigger, and that just failed to click.
1 minute remaining in the period.
Last minute of the stanza. LaFont Champagne can't get it back to the blue line. Stepping up, trying to send the puck in there, and just ran into a brick wall as Karen and De Carafel. They let the puck go and took the man. Oh boy, a big hit there. Omi over the blue line, trying to drop it off to Courteau. That's sent ahead, 35 seconds left to go. Pizzalia stepping up in the neutral zone to dislodge the puck. Sent in, but delayed offsides. Now they regain the blue line, has Ontario. Norwich pouring it down as Pizzalia. Pizzalia gaining the red line. 20 seconds left to go there. Really like to see him just send it in. There's Dempsey now. Dempsey sending it across. Williams stepped up. That's sent back in by Dempsey. 10 seconds left to go. On the forecheck there. Testa trying to get it out. Leaning into him there was Pizzalia. 4 seconds left. 3 seconds. Here's Arbor now. Arbor stepping to the outside. Time runs out. And now we can say the S word. The shutout. And a brilliant one at that for the netminder, Oliver Lee. He's obviously your Solu top dog in the affair. You get a shutout. You are the top dog of the affair. So congratulations to Oliver. A great team win by the Norwich Hockey Club here today. A solid 4-0 win. 3 goals at the end of the first period and 1 goal here in the third. A very good team win, bouncing back from that Chief loss earlier in the week. So a nice home showing here by the Norwich boys. They'll be back at it tomorrow at high noon versus this same Ontario Hockey Academy. All right, for my cameraman, producer, and co-host, Mr. Preston Ford, I've been your host, Scotty Bonner. You've been watching the Norwich Hockey Club here on the Solu Broadcasting Network. Once again, your final from the Rose Garden in Norwich, Connecticut on Rose Garden Day. The Norwich Hockey Club 4, the Ontario Hockey Academy 0. We'll see everybody back at 8:15 tonight as the Eastern Connecticut Eagles play host to the Brantford Thunderbirds. It's senior night for the Eagles. Be sure to tune in. That's going to be a good one as well. And we'll see all the Norwich fans and Ontario Hockey Academy fans back here tomorrow at noon as these two get at it again. Well, thank you so much for joining us this afternoon. It's been an absolute blessing, honor, and privilege to be able to bring you this game. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. We'll see you all back here again soon. Your final, once again, Norwich 4, Ontario 0. Good night, everybody.